Welcome back to the last game of Skate Around Edition 5, Day 1. I don't know why I like to always come out with the numbers right away.
Surprise, surprise.
There we go. And today, and the last game of the day will be the Auver'Niaks roller derby, so from Clermont-Ferrand in France against Vienna Roller Derby from, Vienna in Austria.
From Vienna and everything.
From Vienna and all that.
That's going to be great. They're going to be playing in orange, I believe, Vienna and Auver'Niaks. Or let's have a look at that. I was going to say that.
Blue. Vienna
blue,
will be
forgive
playing
me.
in blue,
Thank you.
And then we've got the Auver'Niaks
back in yellow. Okay.
A beautiful shade of yellow.
I know, right? They're happy yellow.
Yeah, it really is very sunny. It reminds me of, marshmallow peeps, something like that.
So we have people talking to us, but you're going to make sure you know what's going on. I just like watching all the little hearts and the smiley face. This is our last game of the day. We'll talk to you more later about what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow we're starting at 10, so tell yourself that. That's for starters.
It's a little bit earlier in the morning.
A little bit, but man, still a luxury.
Yeah. Now, just so you know what the results of the games that came before. So this morning we had Namur against the Auver'Niaks, who are playing right now. It was Namur's victory at 188-77. After that, we had Vienna, who will be playing now, who scored 116 against Madrid's victory score of 243. And then Namur Roller Derby played again against Roller Derby Madrid, who played 2 games in a row. And Namur was able to win that game 142-116. So that's 2 victories for Namur today and 1 for Roller Derby Madrid.
Yeah, and 2 times 116. I don't know, maybe that's another lucky number. We saw a lot of 8s, but, we never know. We're going to see how this goes. Vienna could be maybe a little bit stronger, but you never know. Vienna has now had 1 game break. Auver'Niaks has had a 2-game break. And I'm looking forward to seeing these 2 teams together because I've never seen them together.
I don't think that I have seen that they've had the opportunity to play each other before.
But that's the thing with roller derby. You never know who you're going to play. It's so different than other sports. All of a sudden you're in a team from a city you have to look up on Google Maps or something. No, that's not fair. I'm not saying that about Clermont-Ferrand. I know where Clermont-Ferrand is.
We
that's good.
know where Clermont.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
It's in l'Auvergne.
Yeah,
I know they don't. I know that I went to Lyon last year, so I know where Clermont-Ferrand is because the airport was a better call in Lyon. But yeah, if you just throw a stone right now nowadays, you'll find there's a lot of roller derby going on in France. There's not a ton of roller derby going on in Austria, but Vienna Roller Derby have always been part of the landscape for quite a long time. I see when you mention Austria.
Yeah, Vienna Roller Derby. I believe they even played at a West Track Story.
Oh my, yeah.
As well.
A while back, yeah, that takes me back. And of course, one of the things that the league there is known for that nobody else has, that's the fear leaders. They're famous male cheerleaders. Now, I got to tell you, I'm not one of those people that always pulls out my phone to make a video, but I remember in Italy, in Milan, during Dagadenter, I think one of the first editions, I filmed them, and I never got so many hits on whatever medium I put it. I think it would have been either Facebook or Instagram, but I managed to catch it and hold it really steady, and it was insane.
Everybody loves the fear leaders.
Everybody loves
the fear leaders.
I know.
They always get to perform at the World Cup, every World Cup that
I know. I remember. Do you know the BBC tried to blank that out the first time that we had them in Manchester in 2018?
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, that's great. No, it's not, and I know. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm being
sarcastic.
facetious. Yeah, and I'm being facetious. That's all good. They also produce a calendar every year, so have a look at that. It's a really quite a unique story. The calendar is really good, by the way. You got to check that out. These are all just wonderful stories. We're waiting for players to get on the track for now, and we're gonna bring to you live all this wonderful information. Imagine people watching from very far away, far enough not to get to Namur, and I'm really happy to be able to bring them the stream. We mentioned that quite a bit. Yeah, let's see. Vienna Roller Derby logo. How's that? It was actually based on a true person, a trapeze artist and strongwoman called Lavericie Cooper, better known as Charmian, who lived from 1875 to 1949. That's quite a story. They do have a team, the A team, they call themselves the Oysters, and their B team is called the Beasts. They've been around for quite a while. They've never played, it's official, they've never played Auver'Niaks. No, they never have. And I do have some information I can probably tell you about Auver'Niaks as well, somewhere.
Actually, it
but you
seems
might
that the
know about it.
Auver'Niaks have never played any of the teams in this tournament. So this is the first time playing Madrid, the first time playing Namur, the first time playing Vienna. So this must be a really good opportunity for them. We know that the Auver'Niaks, being a French team, have been very busy. The French championships are underway.
They're so big. Everyone can play everybody down there. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is
good
amazing.
for them.
And I think that it's a really good initiative by the French Roller Derby Federation, and it's something that I know that in Belgium we would really like to have, is to have a federation-sponsored national tournament. Do you hear that?
Yes, and it's also I'm going to throw a wrench in that. It is very complicated for many reasons, and one of the main reasons, if that hasn't changed, is of course that they have to fall under a roller derby sport of all kinds.
Yes. Yeah. And so right now we are preparing for a start. We're a little bit late. It seems that we might be going through some limited preparation, whether that be the scoreboard or other things. So I'm going to see if I can't show you really quickly the rosters for our teams so that you can take a look at those. So for the Auver'Niaks, you have Atomic Unicorn, Piou, Zonzon, Genie Jacket, Tamer, Chainsaw, Z, La Galette, Crash Q, Super Nanas, Gabiscoto, Towanda, and Red.
For Vienna Roller Derby, like you mentioned, playing in blue, we're going to have, and you're going to pop it up, we're going to have Always Ultra, Panty Breaker, Anxion, Orgy, Bella Ciao, Pixie Fox, Fiat Punto, Syntax, Flisbee, Reckless Spice, Sabotage, Thunderstorm, Torremoto, and November Plain, Chuck Nora. And before you say it, I know that Torremoto probably means earthquake in some language. There we go, Terremoto in Spanish, right? So we've got like a very diverse group of names in any case. And we're going to see history in making because, like you said, these two teams have never played each other. I can also tell you, and I've mentioned it a few times, but why not? This is the 5th edition. The first edition of Skate Around was in 2017. And we're going to say this before you say it as well. This is a big deal this year because it's the first time that the tournament's being held in Namur. Everyone, we're knocking on the table every time we say that. It's quite amazing. And I can definitely tell you that I would say the most exotic team that we had were the Albany All-Stars back in 2017. It was the first time that some people had ever left the country. Albany being the capital of New York State, sorry, not New York City, exactly. Yeah. And
that's exactly the case.
That's exactly
New
the
York
case.
City is not the capital
no,
of
it's
New
not.
York.
No,
it's
it's
actually
not.
Albany,
I was
which
angry.
nobody's ever heard of.
Exactly. Well, except for me, because I live next door, not too far from Albany. I know where Saratoga Springs is too, as well, for anyone listening. But they were here for the first time. It was their first time in Europe. And they went bonkers on the Belgian beer. Not like they drank a lot of it, but they were just amazed that they just loved it. They just went, wow, and I'm sure they're not going to be drinking light beer anytime soon. I'll tell you what, though, they had a rough time. They played a game against Amsterdam where they lost by about 500 points. Amsterdam's my old team, so I'm allowed to say it, not necessarily because, but the first 5 points they scored, the whole team went nuts. And you know what was beautiful is that Amsterdam took them under their wing the rest of the weekend going, we love these girls, we're going to show them a good time.
That's great.
And that was a beautiful time back in 2017.
That's a great memory. Thank you for sharing that with us. So it looks like the officials, the scoreboards, everything is ready to go. We have skaters now on the track. They are prepared. We have Tamer, number 3615, lined up for the Auver'Niaks behind a jammer that I cannot see, and I'm going to wait until it actually comes up so that I can. It is Fizbee.
Fizbee. What a great name.
Yeah, was a good performer along with Pixie Fox in the last game that Vienna played against Madrid. So we'll see how this plays out.
Well, Auver'Niaks has Tamer, of course, that we announced this morning too, so they're probably going to be on heavy rotation as well.
Yes, they always are, and they did some nice spinning through the track, making themselves the lead jammer. We have number 28, Genie Jacket from Vienna, doing some good blocking to make sure that their jammer has an opportunity to get through. And then coming back around, on getting all of the points that they probably wanted. So we're going to start this off with a 4-0 score.
I thought you were going to say I'm getting all the feels. I was wondering where this was going there,
No.
but it is all the
Getting
points.
all the points.
Yeah,
the
4-0. The feels too. So quick. Yeah, we're having lots of small jams, but this is the first one. We need to see how these teams are going to match up to each other. Vienna should get in there, though, to be honest. They've got the most experience, but we never know how this is going to pan out. So let's have a look at the second gem. We've got Atomic Unicorn, number 11, up against Pixie Fox, and that's number 313 for Vienna. And we got a whole lot of whistling, and it is, look at that, it is Auver'Niaks in yellow that have the lead. I saw there was a bit of confusion, and a power jam to boot. So that's good news if you're a fan of Clermont-Ferrand.
I like that Atomic Unicorn just did
The
jazz hands in order to signal some sort of offense.
It's also clapping in sign language, but I'm
Yes,
sure
it
you knew.
is.
I know you do. Have you ever used it for?
all the time, yes.
Okay. Next topic.
I'll tell.
Dark Pistol knows everything. I'm
No,
telling
I'm
you.
a sign language interpreter. It's okay.
I
But I
was trying to
can't
set you
show
up for that. There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
can't show you right now.
Can we
but
call it jazz hands? Is that actually a thing?
Sure.
Sure.
Why
Okay.
not?
Thank you, Dark Pistol, for clarifying all that. So that's some good news there for Auver'Niaks. Still up in front, Atomic Unicorn, also heavy rotation this weekend, doing some good stuff. Saw a lot of star passes in the last game that we just had, but yeah, now we just have a star stash. But that's good news. That means Vienna's trying to get in there, Pixie Fox, putting the cover back on. And by the time I've said that, the jam is finished.
The jam is finished.
The jam is finished.
I
There's
don't
my
know if you
Bella
saw-
Ciao thing going
Yeah.
there.
And-
6 points for Auver'Niaks.
So I don't know if you saw, but we actually also had number 431 from the blue team, Syntax, who was doing their utmost. I could see them working so hard to try and get some points for their jammer. And I'd just like to, call out some of the blockers.
Fair enough, for
Good,
sure.
beautiful work. We're going on to jam number 3 now. The blue jammer number 8-2, so that'd be November Pain, was hit out on the inside, while our yellow jammer number
4-2, that's
4-2.
Chainsaw.
Thank you. There's Chainsaw. Is also fighting through. So this looks really interesting because we've got both packs that are quite close to each other. The walls are reforming quickly. It turns out to have been for the benefit of Vienna. So number 8-2 November Pain is now lead jammer. A beautiful and quite sneaky star pass was performed. And the Auver'Niaks are able to pass the star legally. They are now coming into the pack, getting points on the inside without touching anybody. And why is that? That is because number 8-2 November Pain has been called to the box for a penalty because they have done something naughty. I don't know what specifically, but I'm sure I will be able to tell you that a little bit later. And it is also up on the screen. So as you can tell, we have some live stats going on for you.
Yeah, we're really, really happy with that too. Coming back in
A
for
little bit more jazz hands.
Yeah, I know, but that's like a hang 10 thing or whatnot. Now the blockers are coming back from Vienna, so that was a heavy penalties there for the moment. Jam is still going on, and the blockers for Vienna are doing a great job there, frustrating the work of Auver'Niaks, PU. Both jammers back on track.
Yep, and because we have both jammers back on track, that means we've got offense and defense going at the same time. That being said, I believe that the blue team's offense, again, led by 247 Bella Ciao, and the pivot at this time, which is Teramoto, who is also the captain of Vienna, are really holding that wall together, and it proved to be super strong, allowing 8-2 November Pain to come around for another scoring pass. So at the end of that very long jam, it is 12 for Auver'Niaks and 7 for Vienna.
Yeah, 12 points there in one jam is good because we've been seeing the whole weekend a lot of 4-4-4, but when they do run long, they run 10, 12, 11, as many. But your jammer goes in
26.
the 26.
Don't
You had
forget there was one 26
Oh
point
my,
jam.
that's long. That's good. That's beautiful. That's all I'm going to say. It's actually beautiful. We're back with Tamer and Action. up against each other. Action is in the front, picks up the lead, not taking anything from anybody. That's good news. Namur doing the stash, just trying to get out of the pack, which is what you do and what they do best too as well. Scoring pass for Vienna, tippy-toe inside. Oh, so much tippy-toeing, but that did work out. They just called it off. Not taking any chances too. I have to admit, I noticed a lot of this weekend, the benches are so on top of that the jammers barely have to look over the shoulders to see if the jammers are there anymore. It's like they're getting extra help, but it's working out really, really nice.
Well, it's good to have a full bench, and it seems that both teams do. So they have at least
good point.
3 bench crew on each bench. That helps because you need to look at the lineups, and then you also have to be watching the track, and then you can have somebody else kind of watching stats and other things.
Fair enough, because not everyone had that pleasure this weekend so far, is what we saw. Atomic Unicorn and Flisby. Some whistling going on, but it is Vienna again for another lead jam. And that's Flisby picking up the lead. I haven't seen them play in a long time. It's really nice.
Yeah, and so we have then Atomic Unicorn coming around as the non-lead jammer. Wasn't able to make it fast enough because number 591 Flisby gets on through the inside and is able to pick up all 4 of the points.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them.
So many of them. 4.
We used to have to count to 5 people. Now we only have to count to 4.
I know, it makes such a difference, yeah. But that makes a big difference, knowing that we don't count the jammer that's also busy doing something else. Yeah, that was a quite recent reform in the world of roller derby. Yeah, thanks for reminding that. I went back down a rabbit hole. I'm coming back up, though.
Right, so here we go with jam number 6. We have Pixie Fox. Pixie Fox, who is a high-performing jammer for Vienna, number 313, who is lead jammer with number 42 Chainsaw coming around quickly behind them. Pixie Fox goes through and tries to get as many points as possible, and then is also deciding to call the jam, but unfortunately is not able to for some reason. I don't know why. You can all see that, so I'm not saying anything that isn't visible. We have Chainsaw then coming back around and has scored their points, but not before Pixie Fox has made it back around for yet another scoring pass. So we'll see what the decision is going to be for Pixie Fox and for Chainsaw, because it does seem that Pixie Fox would like to call it while they are up on points. We still also have another piece of equipment on the track. I'm sure that will get picked up by someone at some point.
There we go. It was picked up. We just need to clear that. But yeah, there was some slight confusion, but we're not going to... we're just going to see what goes on and whatnot. So for now, 5-point difference. Let's keep it by the facts and the numbers. Yeah. Your numbers are getting bigger.
Yeah, my numbers are getting bigger.
Your numbers are getting bigger.
No,
it's all good.
The name of the jammer anymore. It doesn't matter.
We've got some love coming to us online from. Tell me about it. I see little roller
Mercedes
skates.
Springer, who says, "Merci for the live stream. How wonderful! Thank you so much for interacting with us on the live stream.
It makes a big difference to us that we're not talking to ourselves, because we did talk to ourselves earlier. Namur is through, but the lead jam is for Vienna, and
is November Payne.
Yeah, who just called it off. That went really quick, yeah.
Not before the Auver'Niaks were able to get 4 points, so that's a 4-4 jam.
That's good.
As they like to call it, a 0-0 jam.
It was a 4-4, we call it like a 4x4, but that doesn't really work in Europe. No, it doesn't work. 4 is the magic number, though, roller derby. Again, a 5-point difference, so it's very close. I said this is the closest game we've had. We just had the closest game. I believe this one's a little bit closer at the moment.
It is right now, but we have to see how that pans out, because we've seen some closer points.
Yes, we have. We had, let's have a look at what's going on. Action has the lead, but we have Atomic Unicorn out in front. So, yeah, but we look at the jam ref that's doing the pointing, because that's where that happens. Number 19 there in the back. See, they turned around and they're like, yeah, I'm calling that off.
They did decide to call that off, but as you can see, they have 2 blockers in the box. So
you want to run it and get them out, because now you have to start with 2 blockers. I mean, and when you're one of those blockers, of course, yeah. And when you're one of those blockers,
you really want
and you've had that. I know you've had the experience. You've had that. I'm the only blocker on track. You know,
oh gosh.
We call that the last woman standing, or
yeah.
I've been there, done that, and it's like being in a bad movie. You just know you're going down. You're going down.
So
Very alone, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we have number 1-2. That is Chainsaw, who is lead jammer for Auver'Niaks, with number 591 coming straight in behind them. That would be Flisby. They are racing each other into the pack, seeing who can get there first, deciding whether or not they're going to call it off. It depends on how many points, but then there's a no pack called, and then somebody does eventually call it off, calls it off because the Auver'Niaks were lead, and they decide that it's better to just leave one of those Vienna blockers in the box. And they still scored one.
They did, yeah. Four.
Let's see, because we've
one
got,
difference, yeah. But I was going to say
4 points for Vienna.
No, fair enough, yeah. And at the very last second, quite literally, we had
2 points.
We had Vienna go to the box, so now they're keeping the box busy there. That's not good.
Oh gosh, so there's 2 people
that's
in
a lot
the
of
box,
points.
only 2. So that's a micro pack for
one of
Vienna.
we're still saying that? A minivan.
A minivan.
Auver'Niaks picks up the lead. That's Namur, and Namur picking up the lead is where they should be. They're coming in for a scoring pass. Vienna is just trying to get out of that beautiful tripod that Auver'Niaks is set up there in the front. And now everybody's stuck in downtown traffic here. No, Namur doesn't take it from anybody. Gets out in there. And there's a star pass, number 115, Panty Breaker. Then you can use the word panty.
Now
Panty breaker.
You
can panty breaker.
The actual name.
That's the actual name. No, we're just being silly. That's number 115. Don't have a chance to do anything. No points in that last scoring pass. And for Team Blue, but we have 2 more points there for Auver'Niaks, which means 2 scoring passes and a 7-point difference. Easy math. Close scores. Let's keep it at that. That's actually good.
A 7-point difference is still quite close, and it's been quite close for quite a few jams. They've been going back and forth, one getting a point more than the other, so it seems to be going pretty well.
It means that in the second half, they're going to have to do something different and pull a rabbit out of the hat to get the other team off guard, as would be the right word to use.
Now for the Auver'Niaks, we have number 11, who is Atomic Unicorn, and number 851, November Pain, who are, I may have said their number wrong, but I said their name wrong. November Pain, who are both fighting through the pack, but number 11 is able to get lead at the same time as November Pain goes to the box. So now it's going to be full-on offense for the Auver'Niaks, for your yellow team. And as I said before, Jeannie Jacket is very good at leading their team into where they want everybody to be placed, making sure that everything is as organized as it should be, especially in a power jam.
I'm really enjoying watching their play. It's amazing, yeah.
And if you look at that, that is exactly what happened. The Jeannie Jacket just led everyone into that inside sweep.
Just ram the people in there. I love doing that. I can channel that. Yeah,
goes
just move people around. Yeah,
there you go.
The track communicator. It doesn't necessarily have to be the person who's doing the bridge of the top of the tripod. But hey, if it works for Auver'Niaks, and they're doing a great job, if it works, they're up in front now. Atomic Unicorn gets through the middle,
and we also now have a cut on Atomic Unicorn, so that means that they will be going to the box, and it is now November Pain's turn to take 30 seconds and try and get the most points as they can. Of course, number 8, Toremoto, is going to have to get their team together to try and produce a nice opening so that their jammer can get through in that 30 seconds. It's not easy when you have a team full-on defense all against you all at once. It's why it's important to try and coordinate an offense to make sure that your jammer gets through as quickly as possible. But all offense, all defense, 4 players on each team, it's not as easy as you would think.
No, it's not, and that just went really fast. There's some recycling, moving back, and then sometimes you're like, just call the jam, put some fresh horses on the track, and then you'll have that. We have a team timeout requested by Auver'Niaks on the yellow side of things. That's how that goes.
On the yellow side of things.
On the yellow side of things.
On the sunny side of things.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sunny. I say sunny, and that's when the rain comes or whatnot. But it's been pretty okay here in Namur. I don't know. People watching. How about we have a look at what's going on? People telling us nice things.
Yeah, 100% agree. Never went well for me until now, being the last blocker on the track. Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but love you. Love you.
Our Mercedes says also merci beaucoup for the charming announcing. Charming.
Thank you.
Oh,
We're trying.
So
you
nice.
are charming. Don't worry about that.
Well, You flatter me, and I know you're lying, so it's fine.
No,
Also-
it's National, was it Compliment Day? And you
Compliment Day
said it was
yesterday.
all week.
Yes, it should be all the time. Yes, we should celebrate it every day. And then we have Mercedes also saying "Go Breaky," hashtag Panty Breaker. So there's another way that we can say Panty Breaker's name. We can just call them Breaky.
Breaky. Okay, that's good. That's one way to do it.
That's
But
nice
people
to know,
end
so
up
thank you very much.
people end up with roller derby names and then nicknames for the roller.
then
I mean, it just it's crazy. It's crazy. That's actually pretty something else.
And so it looks like we're beginning to line back up. I'm looking at the jam timer to see if we're really, really lining back up. It looks like they are looking at their stopwatch. Things are getting tense. We have the jammer in the box. We have Vienna, who is lined up to do offense. Everything is primed. The jam starts.
And we have Atomic Unicorn and Anxion,
Anxion,
and they had given the lead, but that's not the case. We're still looking
not
for no, we're not. We're still looking at what's going on. Vienna is in the front, but wow, look at that blockage there going on by Auver'Niaks.
Yeah, Gabby Scoots. And
That's really nice.
Yeah, and
Yeah, the people doing that. Yeah,
the
good.
people doing
the
that.
people
exactly.
doing that. But you said you're giving. Yeah, we had number 75 getting into the action in there. That's Crash Q for l'Auver'Niaks. Yeah, we'll give them a lot of love. La Galette is getting in there too as well.
As
That's
I said
good stuff.
before, most of the time for the blockers, if we didn't say your number, and even though you're doing
We
excellent
still love
stuff,
you. We do.
Yeah, we still love you, and probably it's just because we can't see.
Yeah,
Number
that-
19, Onction, has gotten through for a scoring pass and has earned lead, so that's good information for us to share.
There you go. Yeah, I was trying
Oh,
to
look
get
at
in
that
there.
star
yeah.
pass. Did you see that star
Yeah,
pass
that
on
was
the
good.
inside?
That was
Smooth.
really good. Yeah, that's number 505 picking that up. That's Z. And I was just saying that those two jammers at the time were evenly matched, but by the time I said that, we had a star pass. But you know how it goes, right? You finally get to the pack and you get the call off. That's 7 extra points at the minute for Vienna Roller Derby and no points scored in that last one for Auver'Niaks, but Auver'Niaks are in front. Now, what's interesting now, I think l'Auver'Niaks have not won a game yet today, and now they have a chance of winning a game, so
hungry.
they're hungry. You know, I'm hungry.
But-
that's another story.
Vienna has also not won a game.
I was going to
They're
say
also
that.
hungry.
Exactly. So this game is a big deal because someone's got to win.
Someone's got to win. One of them is going to win their first game today. We just have to see which one. And as I look at the Auver'Niaks jammer at the front being blocked quite well by 111 Always Ultra. In the meantime, one of the blockers that is also trying to play excellent defense against Chainsaw number 42 had to go to the box for doing something naughty. They do get lead at the back of the pack. We have number 591. That's going to be Flisby. Oh, no. Yep, Flisby. Flisby, who does finally make it through. Chainsaw comes back around, is able to make it through on the outside and pick up all 4 points.
You just like it when that happens,
I
right?
love it when that
all of
happens.
the 4.
All of the 4 of them.
Yeah. Good news, though.
Yeah.
We're set back up again. Auver'Niaks still, they're just. Vienna had a no-point jam in that last one, which you're taking a wonderful note of. You'll notice, if I can say, we don't have a lot of points on the board.
No, it's a very low
Yeah,
scoring
it
game.
is a slightly
54 to
low-scoring
38
game,
also is not a big difference in this
And
score.
I'll tell you how much that's not a difference. The last game had a halftime score of 70 to 63.
There goes Pixie
But we
Fox
could
from
get there.
Vienna. They're finally lead, doing a really great job coming around because the Vienna blockers were able to block just enough time so that Pixie Fox could get an entire track in. Now, are they going to be able to get points, while Tamer, number 3615, one of the best jammers on the Auver'Niaks, are also coming around for their scoring pass. Pixie Fox is now behind 3615, and so we'll see if they're going to continue to try and struggle. If they're going to call it off, they will call it off.
Yeah, that's after 3 recyclings, you're a bit done, but Tamer was able to take advantage of that, and that was pretty interesting to watch.
But that was, again, one of the Auver'Niaks blockers, number 843, Gabby Scotto, who is very good at being annoying when it comes to opposing jammers.
That's what you have to be in a blocker. You don't make friends that are like, you're very good at being annoying, but you know how it is at the end of a game, everyone starts hugging and stuff and whatnot. But yeah, sometimes
That's the best compliment ever
it is,
I've
yeah.
ever been given is somebody who called me incredibly annoying. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know.
oh, thank you.
That's why I chose my derby name as Nasty Moves, but Dark Pistol is very deep cut. I like that as well, too. Isn't
Yes. Well, I mean, it comes from a famous film in the 90s that
Nice.
nobody knows of anymore. Number 8-2 from
November Pain is our lead for the moment, and up against Atomic Unicorn. We've seen a lot of both of these jammers this weekend. November Pain getting all kind of the business there from Jenny Jacket, our friendly neighborhood blocker, in the way, making sure that their whole team is always in the way. By the time I've said that, some points were scored. That's 2 extra ones for Vienna Roller Derby and a no-point jam for Auver'Niaks. So a lot of what you were saying too is like, you score a point, you score a point, and you score a point. So it's not both teams. It's just like, I'll have some, you have some. I'll have some, you have some. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, but that ends up, when that happens, you can see that the teams are really well matched, and that keeps us with a lower score differential, which is a little bit more fun. And so now we have Auver'Niaks, number 19, who has gotten a lead for Vienna Roller Derby, while Chainsaw for the Auver'Niaks comes around with a star stash. We have both packs kind of racing forward. Finally, Vienna decides to stop themselves so that they can hold a point back, get a goat, and that point is the one that Auver'Niaks gets. And in this jam, we had a really short jam, but the clear winners of the jam are who? Vienna, because
they did
it's
really
1-0.
They did really well. Like you said, they just slowed down the whole pack. They went like, we're not going to speed up, because you kind of push each other to do different things, and that was definitely a good move. But very short stuff.
Very short.
We still have some time to go here in this first half. And we're setting up again. We're off to the races again. Flisby and Tamer are the lined up. But as I say that, Flisby gets through very fast for the lead. Vienna. Oh, someone ordered some takeout over there on the other side. We're really going at each other, but this is really, really nice. It's controlled, but it's tough. It's not surgical this time. It's just tough.
No, it's not surgical. It's not surgical because it's very hard to be surgical against a brick wall, which is exactly what you have by both of these teams.
They're giving me the
creeps. You don't slice those. You have to blast through them.
You got to keep hitting. Speaking of that kind of thing, we're going in 1-3-1-2 is going into the box, so that's going to be a power jam start for Vienna. So that'll be fun for you to announce coming up. And then it's always the, what do I do with my helmet covers? I'm confused, but not really confused. No, because it's easier to just put the, you want to have
just
the
pivot
so that it can take and put the other one on. I know. 505Z is taking off as the pivot, let's put it that way. And again, it's all about the power jam.
So we've got 505 who is in the box, and we have Pixie Fox for Vienna, who is starting the power jam. Has done an amazing one-handed fall, which is great, means that they were still in. Does a bit of juking, gets through that super powerful Auver'Niaks line, and is lead jammer. As they come around, we can see that Vienna is set up for an offense. Let's see how it goes. Yeah.
And how's it going?
It looks like it's going.
It's going.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because Gabi Scotto and Gabi Scotto's line is a powerful line, lined up
brick walls
against the power jam for a reason. Totally brick walls, immovable force,
unstoppable,
immovable
immovable,
objects, something like that. Yeah. So, and as a consequence, because they're still stuck, then we have a number 1312 who is able to take the star and get through on their initial pass, which means now Pixie Fox had to decide, I got to call it off because I don't want them to get any points. I still want to have more points than them. They did win the jam, so it's 4-0 for Vienna.
And I believe that is how many jams in a row Auver'Niaks has no points. You're going to notice that too.
That's going to be 4 jams
in a row, eh? Yeah. And you were telling us, please.
I don't remember what I was telling you.
Well then, that's too bad. 7-point difference. You get some, I get some, you get some. So we're going to go into a very interesting halftime. That's what I'm looking at now. We have less than 7 minutes left, and Vienna is like, we're taking the lead for this one. That's going to be November Pain. That's good news, definitely. Atomic Unicorn on the side of Auver'Niaks, and there's Star Pass in progress on the outside. Business. Super Nana. There we go. And that's number 716. We haven't seen them do that today, but they don't have a chance to do much as that was called off.
And you can see that Vienna is using the technique that I like, which is basically make sure the other team gets 0 points and that you get 1 at least on every jam. And because of this, we're going a now 5th jam where Auver'Niaks have had 0 points. Yes, Vienna is coming up slowly, but
I like
Vienna
it.
is coming back up.
Yeah.
So 7-point difference.
Are they waltzing? Are they waltzing back
Maybe
up
they're
forward?
waltzing back
Are they
up.
waltzing?
Yeah,
I
the
don't
Vienna
know.
waltz.
Vienna waltz, yeah.
But yeah, they were 7 points. Now it's 4 points. We just have to see what happens in the next few jams.
This is super exciting. Chainsaw and Action is up there. Action in the back. Chainsaw has the lead. Chainsaw coming in the back. Tells her, move my people out of the way. Oh, got a good hit to the chest. Jam is called off. They are okay, but we need to
This is a
take care.
0-0 jam. Now, of course, we don't know what exactly happened. I mean,
That's
we
fine.
can speculate. Maybe
We're not
they got
going to.
hit in the face. Maybe they hit their face with someone.
Their chest. They got
Who
their
knows?
chest. They got it in the chest somewhere, but they're okay, and that's what counts. And we called off the jam though. So
Yeah, the jam has been called off, and the person in question has been put to the side. I actually I hope that you'll excuse me for just a second.
That's fine. Go take care, and we're going to continue on. In the meantime, we've got Flisby and Tamer. Tamer picks up the lead. Tamer in the back of the pack, though, while Flisby tries to get through. Tamer coming in for a scoring pass. Have a look there at the back of the pack. And Auver'Niaks paving the way for them to get through. But they're picking up 4 points, and they're going to keep running that jam, though, because they need to do that. Coming in for a second scoring pass. In the back, Vienna is like, we're going to try and stop that. That's some great work there from Always Ultra in the pack and friends. But Tamer is not buying any of it, gets through on the inside. Both jammers there, and the call-off. You want to tell us what you saw?
Yeah, no,
Please do.
Yeah, one of the things that I had to excuse myself for just a second because I needed to make sure that our medics were taking care of the skater in question that we were talking about a bit earlier. So the medics are over there now. That's the most important thing. Just didn't want them to be in pain without having somebody take care of them.
No, we have some great medics, and we gave them quite a few shout-outs today,
Thank
too. We're very,
we
very
have these great
happy.
medics.
We're very happy, and I like the medics in France. They always wear the outfits and everything. They take it really seriously. We're very lucky. They're the members of La Croix-Rouge or the Red Cross. They're at hand this weekend to provide all the first aid that we need. Very important.
And they are very quick because I didn't see them coming in.
Oh, is that what you're worried about?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I wanted to go run and get them.
You're such a wonderful mom figure. I like that. But
I am very much a mama.
they're being well taken care of. That's good too.
Yep.
So we're having a bit of a team time. No, we're having team time out. Auver'Niaks is being called. We need to take care of the situation. Of course, that kicks you out of your pace at the moment.
I think sometimes, when your own teammate is hurt or maybe hurt, you want to make sure that they're fine, and so that then you can concentrate on what you need to do. Oh yeah, let's look at what's going on with the stream. It seems like you are all interacting with us, which we really like.
I like the little just roller skates emojis.
Yeah, I like the little roller skates
more
emojis.
roller skates. More roller skates.
Kikui, you deleted your message. What did you want to say? Please say something. If you have something to say,
when
please
they
say
delete
it.
it can be really bad sometimes. So I wouldn't encourage anybody being silly. But
No, that's true.
Everyone's having a great time.
Hopefully it wasn't somebody else that deleted your message. But we also have Mercedes who is saying, "Go Vienna," and Mercedes, please keep interacting with us. We really like it. I love to see the fans. I know that there's a watch party going on in Vienna. That's what I was told by one of the skaters by Vienna today. So, and your little heart emojis, all of the emojis are well appreciated.
So apparently a back block has been requested on the blue jammer from Team Yellow. So for an official review. It was an official review, not a timeout. I couldn't see it because the jam timer was showing his little round hamburger in a different direction. But however, our wonderful toxic lady picked that up and is going to find out if the call will be overturned. We're going to get the information right now.
Is being seen as having initiated the contact, so the back block was not accepted.
Okay.
Okay. So you just, thumbs down. Thumbs down is good. The no call
So they
stands.
lost their official review.
Yeah.
Just so you know, they
won't
one
found it
for
again.
each half.
Yeah, that's true. We already had Ili of Namur that had one in the beginning game that got one. But it is what it is. You try and do your best for your team, of course.
Absolutely. So we're on Jam 22 now. Atomic Unicorn and Pixie Fox up against each other once again. Two very performant jammers, number 313 being the best for Vienna so far. And has been able to get lead. Yeah, the takeout now after the star pass to number 1312 on the outside by number 616 was absolutely phenomenal. We really like those takeouts. We prefer Deliveroo to takeaway, but it doesn't matter really. You don't get those references if you don't live in this area of the world. But it doesn't matter.
Well, we do in the Netherlands, but that's a whole other side.
1312 has just finally made it out and is on their initial pass, whereas 313 is already on their second scoring pass, and as I suspected, is going to call it off. Number 11, who is Atomic Unicorn, is going to the box, but as a blocker. And I don't know if you see this.
Oh,
this is
yes.
beautiful, but we have a tie game.
6 is your lucky number.
66.
66.
6666.
That's a lot of,
Everyone
that's pretty
is
fun.
going crazy
Oh,
in here
man,
because
that's beautiful.
we love it. It's so close. It's so tight. It's just, we're on the edges of our seats, and I can see that you are at home. Go Clermont-Ferrand, so cool. Thanks for the stream.
And it's only the first period. We still have another period to go.
And we are at Jam 23. Look, what did that
We had 23
do?
earlier. Yeah, she just picked up the lead, and we've got a star pass for Vienna, picked up by November Payne, and even said, "Did you notice?" They just said, "Oh, Terremoto," and they just said, "Hey, look." I've got the jam. I've got it. I've got that thing they're supposed to put on my head, and they've hit the pack first.
Powers. Oh, apparently.
Oh, they're giving it back to the jammer, which is their right.
It was an illegal score pass.
It was
a star pass. Yeah.
Oh la la! See, I told you,
November hit out.
It's November
in the
Payne again.
by number 247, who is Bella Ciao.
Yeah, and that was complicated jam.
That
So
was a really
a legal star
complicated
pass,
jam.
but it was fixed, so that's not a big deal.
It wasn't a legal star pass, but it seems that Terremoto is going to go sit in the box for doing it incorrectly anyways.
Oh,
Who doesn't seem to really
ouch,
understand
ouch.
that, but is sitting there anyhow.
You know that it is. You can't figure out everything going on at the same time. You're supposed to, but every once in a while, and you know what the rule is, right? They send you to the box, you shut up, and you go to the box.
You go to the box.
That's just the way it goes.
And you
just
can
go.
sit in the box and
go.
shake your head and go, I don't understand. But as long as you sit there.
I can't say you can do anything you want, but you can do quite a bit. Let's get back in there. We've got Atomic Unicorn.
Number 19, Onction, who just got lead.
Oh, there. Okay, Onction is there as well. And we have, I see it, a lead. There's a no pack called in the meantime because it was really loud and I thought they were screaming it at me. Good old days. Call off already for Vienna. And we're just going to keep staring at the points, so that's why we're going, what's going on? Because we're getting into the end of the first period, so that's super exciting.
And they're trying to get these points, these last
I
little
know.
points. Everybody
You're
wants to
reading my
be
mind.
up.
You got to stop doing that.
They want to be up at the end of the half. That's what they're really looking at. Look, we got
look,
1 point.
There we go. Just one. 67-74.
A really
Auver'Niaks
hard
in front.
fought point. This is a lot of jams, by the way. We're at jam 25.
That's
now it's a lot of jams.
That is
and
a lot. You had a game with 23 today, but 25 is probably one of the most so far, so that's quite a bit.
Okay, we have 3615 Tamer for the Auver'Niaks and 591 Flisby, who makes it out for Vienna as lead jammer. They are halfway around the track, coming back around to try and score some points, are able to pull through. Let's see if they decide to call it off or not, and they do indeed.
Oh, they called it off just when you said it.
I believe, I suspect that they're
you're
going
so
to
good.
do it,
I
and
know.
so then I go, let's see if they do. And they do
Points.
indeed. They got 4 points.
Yep.
So now we're looking at, again, a very, very small margin between these two teams. And it looks like they would like to get that last jam in before the half. So what have they done on Vienna's side? They have called
an official review. That's why you should never say, we never know when it's last. We just say, I never know, so I just let it go. That's good. So
if I were Vienna, I would want another jam because it's 3 points. I would want to try to get up,
but you need to use
before the other half.
But you can use that official review because as long as you have one in the next half,
you automatically have one.
Yeah,
in the
I know.
Next half,
That's
so
what I'm saying. So you might as well just go for it.
You don't want to throw it in the trash and not.
No,
use
I don't want to throw anything in the trash.
No.
We do recycling. We don't throw anything in the trash.
We recycle. This is
but
all
it is,
we do
it's
in
strategy,
Derby is
but
we
it's
recycle. We're very green.
It's also strategy. I mean, that's the important part. We're going to discuss it, though, for a little bit. How about I remind you that tomorrow we start at 10 a.m. and you will have Auver'Niaks that you're watching now play against Roller Derby Madrid. That's going to be the first game at 10. And I can also tell you then the game after that, which will be at 12 at noon, we'll have Namur Roller Derby playing Vienna Roller Derby. And everybody will have had played at that point.
Here we go. Now we're on Jam 26, people. I see you on the stream. Wow, so close. Thanks for the stream. Gemma, Vienna. Let's see what happens. And guess what happens? Number 313, Vienna's jammer, Pixie Fox, makes it through very quickly on the inside line. And then we've got a star pass going to 1-3-1 to PU. They are not lead jammer. We've got 1-1 Atomic Unicorn going to the box number 3-1-3, who makes it through, gets all of the points, calls it off. Guess what?
Oh,
we have a lead
change going into this.
lead change.
Man, that you couldn't have asked for anything better. That is exciting. The crowd,
26 jams as well. That's awesome.
and everyone. Oh yeah, you just keep going there. That's a lot. People on the stream really happy about what Vienna is doing in there. Getting in there, and I've all the feels.
All the feels.
And
that is exactly what Vienna wanted to do. That's the reason they took their official review as a timeout.
Perfect.
Because we could see that they did it on purpose as a timeout. Took their official review as a timeout, put in their best jammer, said, okay, we gotta get these points. They went as fast as they could and were able to get the 4 points to bring them up, because otherwise it would have been, it's just 1 point game.
But this makes it exciting for everyone else to watch too. So what we're going to go into the second half is that, of course, now both teams just want to get ahead of the other team, and like we saw one team get points, the other one didn't. One shut one down, but both teams are going to have to change their strategies in the second half because no one has a comfortable lead.
Yeah, no. And that means that they can't do more of the same.
Nope.
They have to
Change
keep
it,
fighting absolutely to the last second. I cannot wait to see
If you were there,
half.
you'd be screaming at them.
As a matter of fact, I would. I'm so glad I'm not benching right now, because I would have no more I
feel benched by you over here.
But
so
I'm super impressed.
We're gonna leave you for a bit. We're gonna leave you. We're trying to leave you. We love you. We're not leave you too far. And we're gonna take a small break, and we'll be back in about 13 minutes for the exciting second half of this game.
Welcome back to the second half of the last game of Skate Around Edition 5. The score is Auver'Niaks 74, Vienna Roller Derby 75. If you weren't here for the end of the first half, you didn't see in the last jam that there was a lead change. This is an incredibly close game and very exciting.
And everyone's having fun. I had a quick talk with some of the officials, and the box is not as busy as we thought it was. It's actually looking pretty good for both teams, which would mean a lot, because of course if you have a lot of penalties, chances are you may not have a lot of points. Teams are evenly matched. We had the game before today, the one that we had before with Madrid and Namur was also had some close moments, but this is really the real deal here.
All right, so we're going to get it kicked off with 3615 Tamer as the jammer for the Auver'Niaks, but unfortunately at the same time we have had an injury, so we're going to cut away from that. We're going to allow things to get a little taken care of.
A little bit. Yeah.
While we're doing that, we'll just talk to you a bit about what happened in the first half. So it was it's been really tight, as you said. There haven't been a lot of penalties. I can even show you those penalties right now.
Are you going to show us the penalty? You can do that right away. Look, always ultra, but you do a lot You do a lot of blocking, you get a lot of points, and then of course you're jamming, but that's just 3 points apiece. That's not really too much. So let's have a look at the other side of things for the other team. You can do that?
Yeah, for the Auver'Niaks, as you can see, they have even fewer penalties.
And they're jammer penalties, though. The other one's not the same.
Nobody is really in trouble. Yeah, Atomic Unicorn has a couple penalties as a blocker, though. Let's not forget. They got one as a jammer, the other two was a blocker.
Has no penalties.
Zero penalties.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chainsaw, another. Wow, that's what I call keeping busy. That's really excellent. So we're all good now. We're going to take care. Well, we're not all good. We are going to take. We're good? No, we're good. We're taking care of player. Our medics again were very quick to respond.
Yep, and clear the track really quickly. And as you can see, we always make sure that the privacy of that skater is protected. So if you're wondering why we cut away really quickly as we just want to make sure that, we're focused on the game of roller derby and not on the injury of a particular skater.
Yeah, we don't want to deal.
It happens. We all know it's a risk that we take. So we're going to start this back off, and it looks like we're going to start this back off as Jam 2. Jam 1 is a wash, okay? So there were no points. It happens. But Jam 2, we're going to have Tamer back in with Flisby for Vienna. We've got Toremoto as pivots, leading their wall, making sure that they stay really strong, keeping Tamer behind. But Tamer is really good at getting low and pushing through. Jeannie Jacket up at the front as the last line of defense against Flisby, number 591. But Flisby is still the one who makes it out and gets lead.
That's some pretty good news, though. Tamer, has the cover on now. And 4 points and a call-off then for Vienna.
It's a really good thing for Vienna to do this technique, again, very surgical, of getting 4 points, call it off 4-0. That's the whole thing that they want to do. I did want to correct myself, actually. I found out during the halftime.
You want to correct yourself?
during the halftime, I was reading the comments from the stream that there's no Gemma. As a matter of fact,
there is.
The cheer for Vienna
is Gemma.
Gemma.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So thank you
we
very
got you
much,
that. We fixed that.
It's Gemma.
Isn't that great? I'm so happy we have people out there telling you these things, because a group of people usually knows more than a single person. That's how we go. I'm going to pick it up with Atomic Unicorn. However, it is Action up in front and picking up the lead. That's good news for Vienna. Vienna now 2 jams in a row with the lead, but it's how the points are going to get. No pack called. We're all stretched out. Jenny Jacket, though, has blockers ready and forces a call-off. That's pretty good.
And
that's
it looks
some
like Jeannie Jacket,
like
was doing some really good butt blocking and was able to prevent
complete compliment.
Action from getting any points. That's 0 points. So that's
Nul point.
Yeah.
No, I'm in. That's a Eurovision reference, but no one cares.
I certainly don't.
You certainly don't. Okay, there we go. That's totally fine. Again, still close. Not much. Vienna, 2 in a row. Will it be 3? I don't know, but they're going to keep going.
Jam 4, we have Tamer, number 3615, who is now jamming against November Pain. Tamer is pushing at the front again. You can see that excellent blocking and management style from the pivot, Toremoto. Unfortunately, what is happening right now is what I like to call the hard rock, where you have one wall coming up against the edge of the other, creating sort of an offensive situation. It wasn't the one that Tamer took, but Tamer was able to get on the outside and gain lead. Meanwhile, we also still have November Pain, who was still in the wall, but has now done a star stash and has been able to get out. So we'll see whether Tamer decides to call it or not as the blockers line up for whatever potential action may occur. Tamer does decide to call it up because they would also like to be surgical with the way that they get points. It is 4-0 for the Auver'Niaks. The score is now again 1 point, 78-79.
Tamer got a bit of a hit there. Yeah, 1 point difference. Tamer got a little bit of a hit there, so calling it off was the good thing to do. It is late in the day, but everyone is going to keep going until this has been played completely. I'm having a look now. I'm seeing that we've got Atomic Unicorn up against Pixie Fox. And we're looking at who's going to get lead, because that's the first thing we want to see. And look at those, some serious wallage there on the side of Auver'Niaks with PU. But as I say that, we've got Atomic Unicorn out of the pack. With the a lot of people really happy about that. They've got fans here too. Star Stash, but we're out on the Vienna side of things. That's 3-1-3. Pixie Fox. Pixie Fox coming in for a scoring pass. 1 blocker down for Vienna. And we have a situation with 4 more points, but this time for Auver'Niaks. So we're going to do like, I go first, you go first, I go first, you go first.
Oh, but we have another lead change, and that's what I really
I was
like to
gonna-
look at.
I
Every
know,
time there's
yeah.
a lead change, I
I
always
gave
want
up.
to say it. Yeah,
Yeah, I know, 'cause
but
we-
it might happen quite a bit, so
I have
we'll
a
have
feeling.
to wait. We'll
I
have
have
to
a
wait
feeling.
and see.
You go first, I go first. It's yeah, it depends on who ends up at the end going first, right?
All right, so we're on jam number 6 here. Tamer, number 3615, fighting their way through the front, but not before Flisby, number 591, is able to make it out as lead jammer. The two jammers are now racing each other to try get into the pack, and Flisby decides it's not worth it and decides to call it off. That's a 0-0 jam.
That
Love
was
those.
quick. Those
Love
were quick.
those. And
Really?
especially to see Tamer and their power and being able to just chase that jammer because they were quite far away when they got out.
Man, they're really doing a great job, and no penalties, by the way. That's just, wow, really amazing. Vienna Roller Derby needs to get in there, but then again, there's obviously a lot of wiggle room at this point, but it's going to be a battle of wits at this point to see who gets to the end of this one.
It's going to be quite strategic.
We're gonna play backup. What's going on? What's going on is Atomic Unicorn is like, I'm going Zurück, going back, and I want to bring the other jam with me. Look, are we going to back it? Are we going to try and eat the baby, as we call it? No, we're just going to back it up and rewind, kind of rewind. Both jammers coming up to the pack, though. Both jammers we're still looking for a lead. They both hit the pack, one on the inside, one on the outside through the middle. Oh, we got one jammer in front, and that's going to be Vienna. Vienna picks up the lead. Fantastic work. And now it's like, okay, it's my turn to get points now. We have star pass and progress for Yellow. Yellow's like, I'm trying to get out of this pack. I'm having a hard time. Where's the front? A little bit difficult, I understand. Both teams a little bit tired, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
A call off.
I was still really impressed in the back by
That was
Van der
nice.
Storm and some of those back or booty blockers that were
I love
really
them.
doing a good job
I
of just
feel for them. I've
being
been there.
in front of the jammer or being in the right place,
Just
being
stop.
a nuisance.
Yes. Actually, I've only seen good block. I have not seen spread out craziness. I've seen solid tripods. I've seen people crowding the tripod too as well. And again, that's part of the battle of wits. 2-point difference. Vienna Roller Derby in front. But what's going to happen in this jam?
Well,
Tell me.
we've again got Tamer, who is pushing out at the front. Yeah, we have the pivot pin, the pivot cover that is now on the floor. 3615 Tamer has made it out, is lead jammer. November Payne gets out, but a little bit late because Tamer is already coming in for their scoring pass. That doesn't stop the blockers such as Yellow.
Yeah, I saw 960.
Bella Chow,
Yeah.
and Bella Chow is apparently one of my favorite players. on
Tawanda,
Vienna.
I saw Tawanda trying to get in there too as well, as far as we're naming different people. I've named pretty much everyone. Zonzon's always been, I haven't mentioned too much, but they're always there. And Red as well, 974. That's for Auver'Niaks in any case. And we do realize Vienna has a few more players too. That could also make a difference too in the end. We don't know. Depending on penalties maybe or on strength. We'll see. I'll tell you more about Atomic Unicorn and Pixie Fox. The matchup. I've seen them a few times. Pixie Fox picked up a really quick lead. And the jammer ref is just trying to keep up, which is really great. And the call off, I can't even keep up. We can't even keep up with them. I mean, look at that.
Well,
we're going to have
Pixie
a
Fox
no-no.
is fast. Yeah, it's a 0-0. Pixie Fox is fast. They're agile.
Yeah,
they're
clearly.
invisible, apparently. They're slippery like a bar of soap. So, yeah.
Boy, you're just full of those. You're just full of those metaphors. Metaphor's not metaphor. How about some
Similes?
allegories? No, I'm just being silly. No, just expressionish. I'm exaggerating for fun. But I know you know how that's done. Tell us about what's going on now on the track.
Well, we have Tamer once again, who is jamming once again against Flisby. Tamer using their power, pushing out at the front. No matter how much number 111 tries, they can't seem to keep them back. So they are lead. There's a lead jammer for the Auver'Niaks. We have a star stash for Flisby, but Flisby is only stashing it and is able to actually push through Genie Jacket, which is impressive considering how strong Genie Jacket has been today. As they come around, Tamer decides to call it off, gaining 3 more points. So now we have an 89 to 84 advantage.
So close. Yeah, very
Still
close.
very, very close.
Yeah, and no points there for Vienna, and that's, I believe, the second jam. Third jam in a row for Vienna not being able to score any points. So that people are just psyching each other out. That's kind of what they're doing. I have no clue who's going to win this this craziness, but I'm really enjoying watching it in any
We're
case.
staying to find out.
We're staying to find out. We have 20 minutes more to find out, which is quite a bit. It was a lifetime in Derby time. So we're looking for a lead. We've got a pack that's a little bit stretched out at the moment, especially when they call a no pack. We've got 1-3-1-2 PU trying to keep it together. And as I say that, we have Atomic Unicorn, who is out with the lead, number 11 out in the front. Star Stash going on there for number 6. Yeah, we got Reckless Spice. Oh, look, we changed that up. I believe it's the first time that they are jamming.
It's the first time in this game, but they did play in the Madrid game.
That's fair enough. That was the game that I went to have lunch, but I'm pretty sure that my colleagues knew what was going on. No offense at all to Vienna, but it's just we're trying to keep up our energy up to here as well.
We also got to eat.
We also got to eat. Yeah, sometimes you got to do that. Great work then for Auver'Niaks. However, in front at the moment with 93 points, and Vienna Roller Derby 84. So any more? What a strong game. Yeah, I totally agree. Thanks a lot for that. Oh, Rogier van Eteren. Coucou, Nasty.
Quagga.
Oh, it's Quagga.
Hi, Quagga. So nice to see you.
Oh, Jammer, Jammer, Jammer is another way of saying it too as well.
Nice spicy jammer for Vienna.
Genau.
Yes.
There we go. That's
we
my
got to make
German.
sure that we're paying attention to this jam with Tamer, and again, November Pain coming through. November Pain was able to get lead, starts blasting through the back, doesn't want to take any risks, calls that jam off, but not before they got that one all-important point so that they could be the
all
winner
of the 1 point.
the jam. You win the jam.
You win the jam. I think that's a new slogan. I like that. You're good at this.
If you win more jams than your opponent, you win the game.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I never thought about that way.
Yeah.
No, I'm being facetious now.
I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure that's the way it goes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. There's no mercy rules. You know, when you pass a certain point, we're being silly. We have a team timeout asked by Vienna. And they're going to sort themselves out. It's probably a good time to just see that. And again,
probably is because as we noted, because we're trying to take stats here as well. Although I did,
you are taking them. You're doing a great job.
Well, I lost an entire jam in the middle.
You lost a jam.
I lost a jam
to the multiverse,
it
or
went
to the
somewhere.
It went south. It went off to Clermont-Ferrand or something.
But regardless, in this second half. Different than in the first half. In the first half, it was quite equal, where there were, Auver'Niaks was getting some, and then also Vienna was getting some as far as leads and points. Now it looks like the Auver'Niaks are pretty much dominating in terms of number of points in the beginning of this half.
And that is interesting, considering that they're playing with 2 less players. Wow. This is fun stuff.
So it looks like Vienna is lining up. I'm going to take this jam to try and change it up because I would really like to commentate about Pixie Fox number 313 and Atomic Unicorn number 11, who is pushing out at the front. Look at 616 managing that wall as best as they can, and still Vienna is starting to reform. Number 8 Toremoto is getting in front of them. This is after number 313 has already made it out. 4 lead jammer is able to slice their way around, pick up quite a few points on the way, is getting recycled, but at the same time, we have Atomic Unicorn coming in to try and score. What is Pixie going to do? Are they going to go for all of the points? Because it seems that is their absolute wish. And
but look at that wall of yellow at the same time.
Yeah, and
in the back.
Number 843.
Yeah, there we go. Call off.
Number 843 was doing, that's Gabby Scotto again.
Yeah, Gabby Scotto again,
doing an excellent job of being just as pestilent as possible when it comes to
but especially if you end up causing a call off like that, like the jammer's just going, yeah, I'm done.
But
it happens, yeah.
They were lead, but they only got 3 points. So that means that
they didn't get all of them.
They didn't get all. They were working for all of them. They wanted all of them, but they couldn't.
They got 75% of the 4 points.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Tamer, Action up against each other again. And it's Tamer, your mom, Tamer, in front. Beautiful work. And they're coming in for pass. Jenny Jacket's going to get everyone together and just move that wall. Look, it worked. Did it work? Oh, it almost did. And Tamar was going to get in the inside. Look, it did. That means that Vienna got in the way, and that's perfect. So forced a call off for Tamar. Tamar didn't look too happy about that.
And
but
Vienna
you
was
do what
also
you can.
able to pick up some
oh, that's
points.
nice.
How
Points
many
too?
points? The exact same
Tell
amount
me.
of points.
There we go.
3-3.
It's 3-3. Auver'Niaks hit the 100 mark with a 100 point. Duh.
With
And,
100
with
points,
100.
wow.
Yeah, they can go over the top. Doesn't matter. 91. So that's good news too as well. We're going to team timeout blue. That's going to be Vienna, who's going to take a break and kind of go, hey, we need to sort some stuff out. And yeah, I mean, what would you be telling your team now? You're telling your team, like, it's really close, but we have to do this, 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 and this, or not do this, this, and this to get back on top. Because l'Auver'Niaks slowly, although very slowly, running away with it at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that when it comes to how close it's been up until now, if I were the coach of the Vienna Roller Derby team, I would be telling them to reset, to go back to what they were doing at the end of the first half and to re-employ that sense of urgency. Whereas with the Auver'Niaks, I would be telling them to stay calm, not overplay, and just keep doing what they were doing. Because what we saw at the beginning of this game were two solid walls.
Yes.
Two
slow packs.
Yeah, two teams
no crazy
that were
stuff.
staying together. They
Yep.
weren't all over the place. And it seems like we're starting
enough,
to
yeah.
see that loosen up a little bit.
To be fair, maybe it's an easy point, but there's more no packs being called now, which means that the pack is also stretching out. And we hear the no pack from our colleague Dara Wolf there in the middle. So yeah, your analysis
voice
sounds
carries.
good. Yeah, I know. He's the real deal, though.
Yeah,
He's like our happy Belgian. Yeah, he's the real deal.
He
But
has
you need to hear those no packs. Actually, it's a
golden
big fun.
eyeglasses, just so you know. If
Yeah,
you don't
he's-
know about this, it's
Oh, they're
it's
special.
so cool.
They're really cool. Yeah.
It's the way to be hipster and super awesome.
Yeah, but he's just awesome. That's cool. So is everyone else that's been helping out this weekend. We've got PU that's actually jamming for Auver'Niaks and Reckless Spice. And as I say reckless is totally through. But that also goes for PU. Now everyone's cheering for everyone now because it's a different ball game than Namur was playing. But like you noticed, everything is now not calm. It's fast. It's,
it's
a little bit chaotic.
Spinning,
I know,
spinning.
and it's hard to just set that. There's a bit of tumbles in the
There's a
meantime.
lot more falling at the
Yeah.
same time, exactly.
Vienna put 2, but Auver'Niaks put 2 as well, which is one of your not favorites. Is like
0-0.
0-0 in a way. Yeah, it's.
It doesn't change anything.
I know,
want the
it's tough,
score
eh?
to go up.
But I feel about this when I play, let's say, cribbage, because I play cribbage, I play a game, and then you get 10 points, the other one gets 10 points. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Life's a little bit like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's a little more fun when it's even in chess or something.
I want to
like
see
that,
bigger.
but-
I want to see longer jams.
Oh,
That's what I
a
want
good
to see.
point.
I'm calling that. I want to see some longer jams.
Well, I don't think that Atomic Unicorn wants to give that to you because number 1-1 from Auver'Niaks was able to get out of the pack really quickly. At the same time, we have number 8-2 November Pain who does a star stash, a really sneaky pretend star pass and then gets through the pack and back around. Number 1-1 comes back 4. Their 4 points gets all of them, calls it off while they're ahead.
Yeah, I know. I thought like maybe they're going for. Oh no, they're not doing that. Okay. fair
Hey,
enough.
it was really nice. It was like I'm pretending to do it. No, I've decided I won't do it, and I'm going to get through you
Perfect.
all.
It's gonna. Oh, it's that magic word again with you. No, I'm kidding.
The all.
All. I want it all. Great stuff. Vienna is now trailing a bit in the back, so they're gonna have to regroup or reset or however to mentally to do that. Tamar, Pixie Fox. Oh, Tamar is like, I don't do blockers. I just can't be bothered. I love that. Beautiful to watch. It's been a long time. I'm really happy I had a chance to. And a hop, skip, and a jump. Pixie Fox is out of the pack as well. Tamar is going through a scoring pass and gets points and hits it and quits it, basically. That's what we're going to do. So 4 stop.
At the
Two
exact
stop.
moment that their blocker got out of the box as well, and I don't think that they knew that. Oh no, there's another the Auver'Niaks.
Yeah, I was
blocker
going to
has
say,
gone back
but
to
we've
the
got,
box.
like you switch them up a bit.
in between jams.
It happens.
Something happened.
It's happened. Something naughty, as you
Someone
tend
was
to point out.
naughty, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you do what you can. Let's have a good look now. We've got a good action on the Jenny Jeanette, in fact, from Team Yellow.
Yeah.
And let's see how Flitzby's going to get through that.
Yeah, so we have Flisby and
Flisby.
Atomic Unicorn. Atomic Unicorn is pushing through, but Flisby gets through the middle with no problem. It looks like Genie Jacket and the pivot were able to do something sneaky, get the star pass, and Genie Jacket pulls the pivot through, then pushes Atomic Unicorn into the opposing blocker, but into the opposing jammer, but not before they were able to get their point. We have 4-0 now for Vienna.
Yeah, we're just trading them off for a bit.
It is. It's back and forth.
Yeah, but so that's 13 points. Still doable. It's also going to come down to who's going to sit in the box a bit more too as well. When you get I always like to have a nice long jam, but it usually works when someone goes in the box. But then I don't want to wish someone or penalties on anybody because
there's been a lot of
that's not fun. Yeah, Tamara Reckless Spice. Tamara is just like on every second jam
Gabby
at the moment.
Scotto really giving the business to
love
November Pain. It was awesome.
So yeah, November Pain, great name to get hits off too as well. Tamara coming in for a scoring pass, and in the meantime, Reckless Spice not out of the pack at all. But look at that. Oh no, fair enough. And look at the wallage going up there in front. I've got La Galette. There we go. I haven't mentioned. Doing a great job quite a bit of the day. Actually, I should have mentioned them a bit more often. 4 more points there for Tamar. And Tamar, look, I like Tamar. Tamar just looks all halfway away like, okay, how am I getting through? Like they're going through a maze. And then Vienna's like, we got to stop them. And look, they just tippy toes. Oh, no, that was actually some good stopping there from Vienna. 4-3-1. Yeah, that was beautiful. Syntax.
Syntax has done a great job today, actually. I've seen them do quite a few good actions. They have some good instincts. They know how to be in the way.
Being in the way is a great blocker name so far. 3 points. Yeah, that was too easy. 3 points there for Auver'Niaks.
Why did I never think of that?
I don't know. My brain, I don't know where my brain just ran off with itself as it is now.
That's an excellent
But
idea.
Vienna Roller Derby shut down in that last jam.
Yeah, they were 7-0.
Yeah, so that's like announcer math there, points-wise. That's 20-point difference. So Auver'Niaks is inching up in front. And if they keep it up, could be good news for them. But that means that Vienna has to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Maybe not a big rabbit, but, a rabbit.
So now Vienna has aligned a November Pain, who has been able to get out as lead jammer. I'm looking for Atomic Unicorn and seeing what they're going to do as they stash the star. Number 1313 is their pivot, has gotten the star and has gotten out for their initial pass. Genie Jacket is making it really hard for number 82 to be able to get points, but one of their blockers goes ahead and hits Genie Jacket out so that they can come back in, and then they do decide to call it because the opposing jammer is coming for their points, and they don't want to give any of those away. So how many did Vienna get on that? Because I know it wasn't 0.
No, we're waiting. We're waiting. No, it's the big goose egg.
Yeah, I do see 2. No, there it is. 2 points.
2 points it is,
so
then,
they
after
did
all.
Get 2 points.
Yeah, you were waiting for it. That's fair enough, yeah. But still not enough to make a difference. So Vienna needs to come up with something. Tamar, Pixie Fox, as I say that, Tamar just doesn't do packs. Tamar can't be bothered. Pixie Fox doing it great on the inside as well. So everyone is scrambling to try and get in there. There's still one blocker in the box, and we're gonna make points and call. So we're gonna look at that scoreboard maybe a bit more tight now for a while. We're coming down to less than 10 minutes too, so it's crunch time as far as that's concerned. And
it's less than 10 minutes, but we're already again at over 20 jams.
I know. 2 points for les Auver'Niaks, and none for Vienna there. There's a lot of love for Vienna in the chat too as well, even though I can't quite read it. I know
Reckless Spice, I love, there's always somebody who comes in to troll us. Hello, Georgia. Mush, mush, mush. That means ugly, ugly, ugly in French. And then, elle est où la balle? Where's the ball?
Oh, one of those. Oh, classic. But I like the hearts. They're putting the hearts in the right color. That's kind of cute. Keep it up. Thanks for all the love. It's nice to read a chat that's not full of abuse for a change. But we don't mean roller derby, of course. We mean real life, because we get to live in a kind of nice bubble for now.
So Adele said pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew is always good. Vienna roller derby scores 4 points, and it's Auver'Niaks who doesn't score any in this. So we're going back and forth. But Vienna still needs to get. Vienna needs like just a weird super boost, a nitro thing.
They just
I'll
need
just
one
make it-
longer jam, and so that
and a
may be
break.
exactly what they're thinking of.
And a break.
Yeah. So-
Again, team timeout for Vienna. Fair enough.
Yeah, and they have all three. Okay, so they saved all three of their timeouts for the second half. That I've never really seen that. I always
You
take
can
at
do
least well, yeah, but I've
We would
always
we've done
take
that.
at least one in the first half.
Nah, I think we've done that to when we know we're having a really tough game, and at least in Amsterdam Roller Derby back in the day, we would go like, we're going to save them up so that we can get a break, especially in the end. But that's that's a tactic like any other. A reminder again that tomorrow we're starting at 10 a.m. We're going to have Auver'Niaks Roller Derby that are going to be what we call in Dutch fris en fruitig, which means like fresh and ready to go, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Maybe that
Bright-eyed
would
and
be
bushy-tailed,
that could be a
that's
good
nice.
translation. Against Roller Derby Madrid, we're going to have the time to do that. And then at 12 o'clock at noon, we're going to have Namur Roller Derby back again, playing our friends here, Vienna Roller Derby. And of course, we have other games of other teams playing as well. Namur Glorious Bastards against Ghost Valley, and quickly Namur Roller Derby C. We'll see Toxic Lady
Oh,
play
Toxic
as
Lady
way
gets
as
to play,
play.
yes.
Yeah, La Meute, and somewhere in there we have our colleague Arno will be playing. So
Yeah.
for us, whole different thing, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And now we've got Tamer and Pixie Fox, who are both fighting their way towards the front. It is so fast. The walls have to reform so quickly, but they're successfully doing it. Number 247, Bella Chow, was able to recycle 3615 Tamer, enabling number 591 Flisby, sorry, I said it was Pixie Fox, but it's actually Flisby, able to get out to the front and get lead. They're already back for their scoring pass, while, again, 611, which is Sabotage, and Bella Chow are recycling, and that wall of three really strong blockers.
Oh, with the
unfortunately-
fake outs.
Yeah, they did a fake out. They did a
fake out.
fake out. They faked
Again?
the star pass.
Is that a
and
thing?
Yeah, and that created a little bit of distance in the pack as they were trying to distance the pivot, and so then Tamer is able to actually get through, and
I like that
it
tactic.
worked.
That's
it helped them get
really
through.
cool.
But Vienna still got their
Yeah.
scoring pass. They still technically won the jam, as I like to say. So that's
Fair enough.
3-0.
Yeah.
I mean, with this small of a point differential, if they can do that 3 jams in a row, 4 jams in a row.
Yeah, but that's what Vienna is just trying to score points now. They need to just get up in front. But they're stopping Auver'Niaks from scoring them as well. Reckless Spice and Atomic Unicorn are your jammers for this jam, but we want the lead. We want the big L. Who's going to get pointed at first? And that is going to be Vienna Roller Derby, Reckless Spice. Now, look at this. We'll have a good look. You want to just score a bunch of points now on your opponent so we can bring these scores even closer. 4 points in the turn. I'm banging on the table already. That's really good news.
Look at that wall recycling back in front of Atomic Unicorn. So good. And here they come for the offense. What's going to happen?
And the jump. Oh, a jump, but also, is that going to be a low block? Was that called last minute? No, we have.
It is a low block.
It is,
on number 6.
It is.
Reckless Spice. You are
It
absolutely
is.
right.
I called it. Thank
Yeah.
you. I was actually looking at another penalty as well at the same time on Super Nana. But we're going to have a discussion about this. Or no, we're just going to take a team timeout. Team timeout or?
Baf needs to watch out.
Team timeout. There we go.
Baf, who is one of
Not-
our outside pack refs,
I know.
almost took out the
From
jam
Belgium.
timer. Yes,
From
from Belgium.
I know you know. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He always shows us where the good places are to get French fries. The frites here in Belgium. Yeah, has
Anywhere.
nothing to, anywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay, yeah. All of the French
All
fries.
of them.
There we go. 8 points in that
that was
last one for
actually
Vienna.
8.
But look, it's a 5-point difference.
It's a 5-point difference.
This is tight. This is tight.
But they're also going to start with a power jam now for the Auver'Niaks.
Yeah, that's true too. Interesting. And Vienna is like jumping the bench.
Yeah,
From Vienna is jumping all over the place at the
I
moment.
wonder
That's
why they're
Trash
so
Panda
happy.
and Bitch Buchanan and the Crushinger. Those are the 3 people running the bench. That's crazy stuff. On the other end, we have Pepe Le Punch and Deadpool. A fantastic name as well for bench crew. But like you said,
Pepe, I have to
two.
say, very, very famous.
Famous, yeah.
A member
Yes.
of Team France.
Yes, true.
Coach for Toulouse.
true.
Coach for Team
Yeah,
France.
yep.
Just all around.
all around. There you go. Yeah, they're a name that
One
keeps
of the
coming back.
major contributors of the development of roller derby in France. We
Fair
must
enough.
always,
Fair enough,
Thank
yeah.
you, thank you.
Yeah, there's so many people that put in so many hours. It's insane. It's hard to stop too at the same time. Team timeout as
it's an
well.
official
No, sorry,
timeout.
official timeout. Forgive me. Thank you. But I'm just nervous because I'm like, I want more points. More points. I want a result.
And if you look at that, Vienna has just made a line change, and I wonder if they're not trying to put in just their strongest blockers.
That's not a bad idea at this point.
Right at the
just
end.
change it.
So
as long as people have the energy, like, are you good to play? Do you want to play that last one? And
especially
I have to say,
if you have an official timeout, it gives you a few more minutes. You go, okay, well, you had your drink of water. Get back on the track. You know.
oh, you sound like a lot of fun.
On the bench.
I
what
just
are you
love
talking about?
when I was put in on the power line. It took me a long time to get. When I was get there, I always took it as a really good compliment. But then you need to stop everything. You have to be like. There's jammers like Freight Train, the actual player Freight Train from the United States, but you need to like stop the
from
Freight
Texas.
Train. Texas, I know. I've seen them play. They're fantastic.
Yeah, they actually came
Freight
to
Train.
coach us in Antwerp. Yeah.
Oh man, Freight Train. Freight Train just like doesn't do walls either. Just doesn't do walls when they're jamming. It's fantastic.
Why would they need to? They can just go straight through them.
Because I laugh because there's a country song that I like. Believe it or not, it's actually a country song called Freight Train, and that's actually, I started singing it once when I was announcing. It was a bit embarrassing. But that's what you get when you fangirl a little bit. You get really all excited.
Well, one of the great things about announcing is that we do get to fangirl. I get to be I have new favorite skaters now. This is excellent.
And I hope that that's the same thing for everybody else too, because we have to watch everything.
Namur in this power jam out on the outside, but did have a little bit more trouble than I thought. So there's a bit of penalty killing. Reckless Spice is still in the box, so we'll see how many points Namur can get while the majority of their blockers are sitting in the box. Okay, so they have only 2 blockers on the pack. That means that there's not a lot of opposition to Vienna's full-on defense. It's again, they're just circulating in and out of the box. So Auver'Niaks doesn't have as much. Number 6 goes through without anybody ever noticing.
No one noticed.
Nobody noticed.
Crazy.
Namur is coming back through for a bit more points. We'll see if number 6 Reckless Spice is able to get through. But no, Namur looks at their box. Their box is like, call it off now before they get any points. And they're able to pull that lead and that differential up just a little bit more by making 7 points to Vienna's 0. So we'll see if they can come back from that, because this is getting tight. I'm nervous. My heart is racing.
I can hear you, but that was actually very quick. I wouldn't say chaotic, but I don't quite know what went on there. I was listening to you, and I found it a bit confusing. So I think we're just scrambling to get to the end now at this point.
Yeah, we're on jam.
You just want to get out.
6 people.
Are you back counting all those jams? Because we did have a dead jam in the beginning, and there's a lot of reasons for it. Fair enough. So now we have Atomic Unicorn and Anxion that's out there. And it's Vienna out in front, but I said, nah, it's nobody out front. Jenny and Jack, look at that. Well, they're just stopping the game. They're just right in front of us. No one's going anywhere. Oh, we're trying to get through inside. No. And then we've got 431 Syntax trying to get in the mix just to move some bodies around, trying to make some space.
Oh, and they did a good job,
man.
but it's not good enough.
It's not enough, no. Yeah, you just want to move everyone out of the way. It gets frustrating.
Look at Vienna. Over there we have Vanderstorm, just crazy.
But we do have the lead though for Vienna, and I'm going to be watching that. We want some points. We got the lead. We've got both jammers out of the pack.
We've
got a star pass in this case. You're absolutely right. So that's going to change too. That's Gabi Scotto picking it up. And it's the ends. So what went on there? Gabi Scotto didn't have a chance to really get in there. 3 points, however, for Vienna and 1 point for Auver'Niaks, with a 10-point difference between the teams, which is a bit more than. Now it used to be two scoring passes, but not anymore.
Yeah, it's
2 and a bit.
It's a 10-point difference.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah,
is a lot, but not. You know, there's 3 minutes.
It really
40.
depends how that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I have no idea how this is going to go.
Anything could happen. Remember, this is roller derby.
This is roller derby.
Namur, number 3615 for the Auver'Niaks, coming in with 591. But the Auver'Niaks jammer, Namur, is your lead jammer. Your mom is your lead jammer. Number 591, Flisby, is coming around for their scoring pass, but not before Namur starts to pick at least 1 or 2 points out of that blocker cohort. One of them was in the box, so that's going to add to their total, and it looks like they've gotten 4. So that means they got all the points.
And they're moving, so that's going to make life very difficult for Vienna to get back in there.
14-point difference.
Yeah, that's a lot. So it's looking good for them, but it's not over until it's over, and that's really important. Both teams are going to start with 3 blockers apiece. That's interesting. And no pivot, which is a big deal nowadays considering all the star passes. So Atomic Unicorn is up against November Pain. And through the inside, we have Auver'Niaks. It's Atomic Unicorn is out. And is out again for a power jam for Vienna.
Oh my gosh.
I know, yeah, hang in there. So we've got...
Okay, I'll keep it together.
Just keep it together. So November was doing a star stash, and now they're just trying to get back in there. Now they're going to put the cover on. They've got a power. Yeah, I'd put it on now and try and get through. And Vienna is just going to need to move as many blockers as they can out of the way. But life is being made difficult
It
though
is
by
being made very
Auver'Niaks,
difficult. So
by
they're
their pivot as well too. That's some great work there from 1312 PU. I know you're getting all excited. You want to get into
because
it
they're
as well?
trying to. Yeah, I am getting excited because I'm looking at how they're setting up the offense. I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen next. And number 82 does make it through. Now I think they thought they were going to get lead, but they had taken off their helmet cover.
It
so
did
no
take,
lead.
yeah, no lead, but it took them a really long time to get out there. That's one blocker down in the meantime for Vienna. And Atomic Unicorn doing the rounds. And we're going to run that jam clock down. So this is going to be fun on the outside. Got a bit of a push there from the, yeah, you're enjoying this. That's good. They're moving up. They're moving on up like the American show. Moving on up. Coming into another, to the top. And yeah, 2 blockers to deal with. Pivot 2 as well, but they're going to stretch it out. They got to let her go. And they're just going to keep racking them up. Now's the time to have that long jam. You know, I was calling that. I said,
yeah,
you
but
could use a long
unfortunately
jam.
it's at the end.
It's at the end, but it is for Auver'Niaks. And Auver'Niaks, both teams, as we know, need the win.
Yes, both of
the
them
ball
want
game.
it.
They need the win. And so Auver'Niaks is looking like they're doing a great job right now. Super exciting for everyone watching. I see there's people biting their nails there in the audience. Going in for another scoring pass and the call off. There are points coming on the board for Vienna. That's 3, but 12 points for Auver'Niaks. No, 13. Wow, that is a big difference right now. That's 24
points. There's only about 30 seconds left in the whole game. As a matter of fact, the lineup
that's
clock is going down. So it looks like when they're out of sync like this, I don't know if you can see that. That means that there's only going to be like
not much.
10 seconds, and then there's going to be the next jam. So that's what's happening.
Go for it.
Number
Just
3615, Namur against number 591. Flisby. We've got Vienna blockers with their entire life trying to make sure that Namur doesn't get it out because Flisby can get in. And now the Vienna blockers have to make sure that they stay in front, do everything that they can to keep Namur from getting through because all they want is just to get more points. Namur gets through. Flisby is coming back. Then we've got 843. Gabby Scotto, who is doing their best to keep them back, but it doesn't matter. They've still got through. They're still getting points. Now, are we going to call it? No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're going to run it long.
I don't know if you saw, but that was a no finger coming from our 591. And so Flisby is going to run this jam all the way out. Gemma. Allez, allez, les moches.
There we go.
Yes, so
we're jammed up in the front.
And you can tell, number 8, the captain, Torimoto, is doing everything that they can to make sure that the most points that get scored in this jam are by their jammer. So here we go, number 591 coming in for another scoring pass. As Vienna is really with their entire life pushing and rolling back to make sure that 3615 doesn't get any more points on that scoring pass. Number 505 comes in for an offense, falls to the ground, makes some space. Unfortunately, it's just not happening. We also have 591 Flisby, who is still having trouble getting through, but there we go. Gets through on their scoring pass because Gabby Scotto is one of those really performant blockers.
20 seconds left on our clock.
Who is number 8, who is in the box, and they are also one of the leaders for Vienna. So now we're going back. We've got 12-4. We're calling it off. Number 591. Flisby was able to get 16 points, whereas the Auver'Niaks
biggest jam.
4 points. The biggest jam that they've gotten so far, 148 to 136, a 12-point differential. I love it. I love it.
That power at the last minute. It's not enough, but it's beautiful.
It was excellent.
Still an official score, but it's this was roller derby, absolutely worth watching. Vienna, yeah, I know you almost had a heart attack there.
I did.
But Vienna was just keeping it all together. But then you wonder, like, what if they had done that 1 or 2 jams in a row, but they put they're all in that last jam. And this is probably going to mean, oh, there we are. There we have it.
Have
the official score, Auver'Niaks, 149, 149 pour l'équipe de France, Auver'Niaks. Vienna Roller Derby, 136 points. 136 points pour Vienne. And that was, oh man, that was really exciting for our last game. It does mean that Auver'Niaks have now won their first game. And you know, Vienna Roller Derby tomorrow at noon against Namur, they can get back in there. You never know how that's going to happen.
You never know. I mean, they're definitely going to want it a lot. Watching the
way
that they played,
watching
the way that they played there,
I
wouldn't put it past them. They're a really good team. It looked like they needed to get warmed up, needed to get really into it, needed to believe in themselves. But regardless, I don't care. 29 jams in the second half. That's a lot of jams.
That's a lot of jams.
I don't think I've ever seen that many jams in a half. Even if you take the dead jam out, that's still 28.
That's still a lot of jams.
That's so many. That last jam of just Vienna going, no, we're not going to win, but we are going to do everything we can to get as many points as possible to show that we're here and that we want it. It was great. I love it. Both teams, I've got goosebumps.
It's beautiful. They're going to be
wonderful.
And you know, that means tomorrow we're going to get to see a lot of that action as well. And the chemistry between the two teams, especially the first game tomorrow with Auver'Niaks going to play Madrid Roller Derby, the chemistry is going to change too. It's going to be a lot of fun. That was super exciting. I want to thank everybody for watching, listening to us, and everyone, just
for
I'm having a good time.
and commenting. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for being a part of our experience, because it's so much more fun.
I'm happy to have done this game with Dark Pistol. I'm Nasty Moves. It was fun to be there with you again. We'll be there again tomorrow. We'll see who does what, but that's going to be a lot of fun too as well.
We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for sure. Huh?
Yeah, coffee. Get a coffee. Come and watch.